Hey everyone, welcome to our second video. Now, we are inviting you every single week to come into our homes and have a conversation about what life is like with Cranio. And one of the things that we realized that we needed to do right out of the gate was let you know who you were speaking with every single week, who you were taking the time to watch a 5 or 10 minute video from, and whose life you were observing. So we decided we want to do a couple of videos where you guys can get to know a little bit about us, and in turn I'd like to get to know more about you, our viewers. So I'm going to ask you at the end, I want to ask you now, make sure that you're liking and commenting on our videos, and let me know a little bit about yourself or what you think about me. I've got pretty tough skin, so I can take it. Anyway, so my name is Michael. I go by Cranio Dad on social media. I've been a blogger for about 5 years. I've been a dad blogger for a little bit over 4.5, coming up on 5 years and a few months. So I'm not too immune to the idea of putting myself out there on social media. I elected the name Cranio Dad shortly after my daughter was born due to her condition craniosynostosis. Now again, it seems like we're leaving you guys little Easter eggs throughout our videos, and that will probably be the case. We will have a much more in-depth conversation exactly about what Cranio is when the time is right. Right now we want to get to know you, we want you to get to know us, and we're just going to take steps from there. That way we're not overloading you with a bunch of information right at the very beginning, and the next thing you know, you could go to med school and pass a few tests, because a lot of people don't even know what Cranio is at med school. But that's a conversation for later. So based on some really good advice from a lot of dad bloggers, I adopted the pseudonym of Cranio Dad. It is me everywhere. If you are on Tumblr, Twitter, even Instagram, and Snapchat, which I really don't use, but I'm trying, so bear with me. You look up Cranio Dad and you will find me. I feel that this identity is something that I'm gifted with. Not a lot of dads have choices in what kind of superheroes they want to be. All of us are superheroes in some way, shape, or form, and we do that for our children. At least the good ones do. The ones who have a heart for parenting, a heart for being a father, a heart for being a dad. My superhero identity is the fact that I get to be a voice for the voiceless. I get to speak on behalf of my daughter, who at the age of 5 is just learning to use an assistive speaking device. And it's a title I don't take lightly. It's something that means the world to me. And I don't take this title in vanity. I also don't take this title as something specific just for my daughter. I have 2 younger sons than my daughter that are equally loved and equally as amazing, and I am able to kind of take this whole idea of being that voice of reason and being that voice of objectivity and applying it to all of my children. So in a way, by getting this title of Cranio Dad when my daughter was born, with a condition that she had no choice in and we had no idea of, it's made me a better dad. I feel that my life in its history prior to the moment of at least me and my wife, and definitely the moment right before my daughter was born, was building me up to be a stronger person, a stronger man, and in my opinion, I'm sorry, but a damn good dad. I'm doing my best to bend over backwards to take care of my wife and my kids, and we are a single income, and that may have been the intent when my wife and I were talking about what family was going to look like, but the severity of what the single family income means for our family, at least until very recently, has been something real that we've had to deal with. It's not like life has been easy, and I know most of you out there get that. Life isn't easy. Life really isn't easy as a parent, and sometimes the best things that we have are our kids. You know, I could have an absolutely horrible, rotten day at work, and I get out of my car and I close the door and I take that deep breath and I walk towards my front door, and the moment that I open the door, my kids are screaming "Daddy," and my daughter and son are running up to me and hugging me and wanting kisses, and they're just so excited to see me. And I don't care what kind of day I've had, that makes everything that I'm doing worth it. So, in my opinion, and in my understanding, just having the identity of Cranio Dad is only part of my story. And I think that's part of why we wanted to do video, is that you have this persona that you get to read on my blogs, or now on our Cranio family blog that my wife and I are working on together. And none of it's fake, but it's my best foot forward. There's something visceral and real about what we're going to be able to capture with our vlog, and by inviting you guys to a conversation and by talking about the things that most people don't. It's not always going to be Debbie Downer stuff, because honestly, life's good. My daughter's got a medical condition and she hasn't let it hold her back yet. I see no reason why we should let it hold us back either. So with that, hope this gives you a little bit more information about who I am as a person. I know I speak a lot about being a dad, and to be honest, if it wasn't for the fact that I only want to use a few minutes to tell you a little bit about who I am, I could talk for days about how proud I am of my kids and how amazing it is to have a wife like Katie, and how good my life really is, at least to me. It's by no means perfect, but it's definitely good. So I will see you all next time, and thanks for stopping by. Again, if you're seeing this, you have now watched one, maybe two of my videos, and we are still working at figuring out how to do this whole edit thing in Adobe and posting to YouTube. I'm not sure if I was able to get that little bubble thing to work over here where I'm going to put it this time to get you guys to like and subscribe, but I really would appreciate it if you guys would like and subscribe to our channel to follow along on this journey. If you want to see our trailer or our first video, I'm going to attempt is the key word, put a box kind of about right here, right below, maybe, I don't know, might wind up on my face, it might not even be there. Regardless, links will be in the description. Thanks again for stopping by, and we will see you all next time.